Oh, I'm going to have to move my shoes because we can't shut the door. Just kick them out of the way. Oh, let me lock the door. Good evening, everyone. Have that, Gemma. Have that.
Oh, you know when you pull something, it pulls your nails back.
I know when I pull something. I always pull some at me. Friday night, I'm always pulling stuff, aren't I? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to show 31. Stand up from the shed. This is just admin.
Show 31?
So 31, baby.
Good God.
31 weeks.
Oh, your wine stinks.
My wine. I've got red wine this evening.
Oh, it stinks nice.
It stinks nice. It smells nice.
Oh, have you got a nail file?
No, I haven't got a nail file. What do you think this is? Boots. Good evening, everyone. This is Gemma. This is Scott.
Hi.
Hello. I'm 41 and I'm an Aries. What are you?
Have I got to do that?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gemma. I'm 41 and I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, she's the
Or do
Taurus.
you say a Taurian?
A Taurian. She's a bull. She's a fearsome bull. Good evening, everyone. Show 31. Stand up from the shed. We've got a fantastic show planned for you this evening. I hope you're all right. It's getting a bit colder, Gemma, isn't it?
It's a bit autumnal.
It's getting a bit autumnal. The show is about bravery. We're having minimal COVID chat.
Oh.
Because I am done with COVID. To quote Tony,
I'm done with the COVID.
I'm done with the COVID.
Oh.
So let's get a bit of a backing tune going, Gemma.
Okay.
Let's just pause that there.
Oh,
Let's do
nice.
that.
Okay.
Let's get a bit of a backing tune going.
Okay.
Get your little music going. Because some people might not know what we do at the start. We always start with a theme tune.
Oh.
This is what we do, innit? So let's go for it. What's this? Why is it different every week? We need some consistency.
No, I like to keep you on your toes.
Go on. Ready? 7 p.m. on a Thursday.
Oh, yeah!
I knew it was going. It's big trips
Right.
off the tongue.
Let's just say,
Something.
if there are new people, just perchance
Because we keep moving the
listening,
date.
we do that every week as
Well,
well.
it's because
We
I've been
go
a busy
wrong
boy. Come on.
every
Come on.
goddamn
Let's do it
week.
again. Now you're going too quick. 7 p.m. on a Sunday night, and I grab my drink and I feel alright. Ain't got nowhere else to go, so I'm going to the shed show. Shed show. Oh yes. Shed show. Sunday night, full of Sunday dinner. Shed show. Let's go. Ooh, I'm full of roast. I'm full of roast. Got a roast chicken.
Oh,
I am
God.
definitely. I feel like I'm going to give birth to my own chicken.
Oh,
Look
Lord
at that.
above
Look at
us.
that. That is some investment there.
Oh.
We've got someone watching from Seattle.
Seriously.
Meryl McQueen. Lightning McQueen's mum from Cars.
That's amazing.
From Disney Cars.
That's
From
brilliant.
Seattle.
Oh, hi,
my
Meryl.
gosh. She might have known Kurt Cobain.
What? Just because she's from
And that's
Seattle?
the only thing I know about Seattle. They've got a big spike. Kurt Cobain.
No,
big grunge
Seattle.
man.
Sleepers in Seattle.
Sleepers in
It's
Seattle.
Mega famous
Incredible.
for that.
It might be Seattle near Wigan. No, it's definitely abroad, isn't it?
I think that'd be definitely America.
God, we've gone international. Let's make it a good show. I wasn't going to try, but now I am. Well done, everybody.
Take that back.
Can I just say, it's the best Sunday ever this morning. Because you know what happened this morning? Gemma took the kids out swimming, left me in bed for a lie-in because she's fantastic. And then they came back in, and Sophia burst into the house. She said, "Daddy, I've got something amazing for you." And I thought, what could it be? And Gemma plopped in my hand a sausage and egg McMuffin. Boom. The heat, just the boom, boom. And I've got to say, as that hit my hand, happier than the birth of my children.
Oh.
That moment of because it was like you'd read my mind, the warmth of it. And honestly, if she'd have offered me the vaccine for coronavirus or that nugget of cholesterol wrapped in tissue paper, I'd have said, I'm taking my chances. Because that moment,
it hit the spot, didn't it?
oh my God, it was amazing.
And actually, we've been watching Liv, who's obsessed with the environment at the minute. And,
Cheers.
and
We're coming on to that next.
Oh, have I?
No,
have
it's
I
just
blown it?
we've got an activist among us,
Yeah,
and I'm
okay.
coming on to that.
And she's loving trees and all this at the minute. We went for a walk yesterday.
Yeah.
She's loving the nature, the trees.
Pain in the arse. Carry on.
No, but she, we kind of decided we were going to go veggie, didn't we? At home
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we were at home. So so it's not principled
So
vegetarianism.
we're going out every day
But
for
the
me.
point is, but we watched David Attenborough.
Oh, that's coming up as well. Don't spoil
I
that.
know, but I'm just saying we felt bad about the whole thing.
Yeah, that's coming
and
up.
we're like, what can we do?
Yeah.
So we said we'd be veggie. But
So we've had a sausage.
We said when we go out, if we go out for a meal, or
Yeah.
if the parents are cooking us a nice dinner,
Yeah.
we'll eat the meat if
Yeah.
it's offered. So our class today is going out. If you drive through, it's out. That's out. So the egg McMuffin, the sausage
Egg McMuffin's out.
That's okay.
That's out. Tick.
That's okay.
Sorry, David.
I even cleared it with David Attenborough
Yeah.
about,
David Attenborough was getting nuggets.
Oh, God.
He didn't want the breakfast menu. Right, listen,
I feel guilty.
the other thing is, I just want to say,
Yeah.
I had to ring the bank the other week,
Yeah.
and I think Nationwide has the most banging hold music.
Yeah.
Do you know, imagine, right, I love this, because imagine you're ringing the bank, you're desperate, you've got problems with your mortgage,
Yeah.
you're in, and then you get this.
Oh.
Feel that.
Apologise for the delay.
Don't worry about
Thank
it,
you for your
Susan.
patience.
Just give us that
Please
saxophone.
continue to hold.
It's not a
I will
problem.
be with you shortly.
I'm not bothered. Ready? Oh, come on.
Bit of
That
sax.
saxophone. I'm talking, yeah, even myself.
talking to yourself?
Talking to myself. Because you're thinking, my credit rating's terrible, but this music, Gemma, credit rating's on its arse, but keep playing. Oh, we're going to lose the house, love. Don't matter, does it? Oh.
You're laughing. You're just laughing to it yourself. Yeah, that's great. bit of
Freestyle.
sax,
It's,
yeah.
it's proper sax. Isn't it? Listen,
it.
let's just let it roll.
Jazz.
Oh, that's gone. Oh, it's gone on to the next track. Anyway,
You're making noises.
I'm making
so
noises.
excited.
But then it was just like, beep, beep, beep. But imagine being a musician,
Yeah.
and then like you realise your music's been used for that. Every day you'd be racking up premium rate numbers, just going, listen to this. I wrote this.
Surely you would know if you've written for it, wouldn't you?
I don't
like
know.
a commission, like you're going to write the whole music for.
I just love, yeah.
There must be some guy out there.
I just love the
trained
idea.
For years.
I love the idea you've been mugged. I'm waiting. My credit card's been stolen. I'm on hold. Stop hitting me. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
There you go. The other big news this week, Gemma.
Go on.
Gemma has tidied the loft.
OMG. I'm
And
not
she
joking.
has tidied
It's
it, baby.
mainly due to my current employment status
Yeah.
that I've had the opportunity to do this. Okay, I could have done it during lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay, I give you that. But because
It got
I'm-
unbearable.
things aren't back up and running fully yet with
Yeah.
my job, and so I've got a bit of time on my hands. And you kept saying we'll do it together, we'll
Yeah.
do the loft together, because we need
Yeah.
the two of us to pass it all down the ladder
Yeah.
and stuff. Never happens.
No, because
Never
I know if I
happens.
plant that seed, it gets bad enough. Gemma will deal with it.
So all
That's been the pattern throughout our lives.
And it worked, didn't it?
It did
Because I
work.
got up that
I got up that
I
lawn.
got up the ladder.
I got up with the
I
ladder.
got to the loft.
Yeah.
And I just made two massive piles of
Shit. I don't know what she's thrown out. That's what I'm really worried about. Because I'm expecting.
That was also my motivation for doing
No,
it on my own.
get-
Because you are a hoarder and you want to keep everything.
What she'll do is,
Sorry.
I'll go walk round our local town and I'll see people wearing my clothes. I'll go, where'd you get that from, mate? Some lady emptied the loft, said you were a hoarder, strutting round in my best jeans.
Scott's like, let's keep this crisp packet
You never-
just in case
It's
we
an
need
expensive
it.
crisp pack. But I know how happy it's made her. Because right, sometimes now I can catch her just laying in bed like that, looking up at the ceiling, just smiling. I'm thinking, is she thinking about me? No, she's thinking about the loft.
I'm thinking about the
loft above like that. Just
I
go like that.
I wish for the viewers I'd taken
Yeah.
a picture of the loft before.
Or if they're in America, attic space.
Do they call it
Seattle,
that?
attic space, roof space. I don't know. I don't want to. We've got one viewer from Seattle, and it's I want to
Okay.
get signed by
they
someone
call
in
it the
Seattle.
attic? Or do they
Apple.
call it-
It's the roof above. I shouldn't have said anything. I
Okay,
slowed it down.
that's fine.
But what I mean is like she's purged her soul, haven't you?
Yeah,
And she's
it was so therapeutic. I loved
The thing
it.
is, you haven't taken anything to the I'm going to give you that.
Thanks.
You haven't taken anything to the charity shop, right? And I'm glad of that because I always feel bad doing that
No,
because
I
like
have got a boot full for the charity
I know,
shop.
but I don't want to be doing that job, and I'll tell you why. Because when I walk in there, I feel like it's like an old folks' home. It's like a tip fronted by nanas, and you go up with your bin bags, and you just you just chuck them on the kin. Just get some out of that, nana, and walk out. And all they'll say is just go, we'll make some room in the back. and you know you've given them shit. You know what I mean? You've just given
Well,
them
I
a whole
don't
bag of
actually-
single
Well,
shoes.
Some people might do that.
Unless you're
I'm
catering
very-
for
I'm
the
very-
Uniped
Well, I
Society.
think you've got to be very selective about what you give to charity.
Yes,
you
you
can't
have.
just
You
give
can't
them
give fleece as you walk the
tatty-
dog in.
Yeah, you can't give them crap.
Can't give them
You've
that.
got to give them
I
good
have to get
stuff.
rid of that one.
You've got to
Yeah.
give them good stuff.
What you've done, Gemma, is you've done the Marie Kondo experience.
Yeah.
Now, this Marie Kondo, some of you might have done it, right? She's she's a philosopher, right? It's Kondo's method of organising is known as the KonMari method, and it consists of gathering together all one's belongings, one category at a time, and keeping only those things that spark joy. So by that rationale, the kids are on thin ice.
I was going to say
The kids are on thin ice.
There's
Right?
probably a whole lot of stuff up there that still doesn't bring me
Well,
joy.
I'm just wondering, can I drop the kids at the tip? Do you know what I mean? I don't. You'll probably get there. Do you know what our tip? As long as you've got a permit, they'll probably say, yeah. And make sure you put them in skip 7, non-recycling,
I'll
but you
get
can
onto
drop
the
them there.
tip in a minute.
But it's cruel. But I
Oh.
reckon it's easier to get rid of your kids at the tip than it is a fridge. I really do, right? And so we've got all the space now above in that loft, haven't we? Ready to fill with more crap.
What I would say,
More crap.
No,
More
what
crap.
I would say is that literally I couldn't put a foot onto
It was
any
awful.
empty
There was
floor when I
broken
went
glass.
up there.
There was paint
There
cans.
was broken glass.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was a wrecker. It was terrible.
Yeah,
So at least now you can actually move around up there. It is organised.
it is.
And it sparked a whole other series of projects this week. So then I
can
moved
see the
down.
mania in
I
your
moved
eyes.
down the stairs. Then we sorted
She's
Sophia's
moving down.
wardrobe out. Done.
She's like
Done.
a typhoon moving
Oh,
through the house.
Liv's wardrobe.
They've
Done.
all lost their toys.
My
They've got nothing to wear now.
Pants and sock drawer. Done.
Yeah, I've got no pants on.
Arts and crafts cupboard today.
Done.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Living room. Done.
Yeah, everything. Me next. It'll be a makeover. I'll be nothing left
There's
of me.
no we can do with you.
I know. Right. Will you feel better though, darling?
I feel so much better.
Let's give yourself a little.
Yeah.
Woo! Like the-
Oh, roar of the tiger.
Shall we give him are you going to go on the feed? But
I
before
will
you
do.
do,
Yeah.
have you got any more to say about the tidying? You said you were going to say
I was
something
going to say something.
about the tip.
No. Oh, the tip.
Oh,
Oh,
they're just-
I'll come back to that
We'll
later.
come back to that later.
It's a negative.
It's a negative.
We don't want to bring
We
the
don't
mood
want to-
down.
This is positive.
Yes.
Do you want me to bring an update to our lovely people on Catgate?
Go on then.
Because obviously the regular viewers to the show will know that Olivia wants a cat. So much so, she did a PowerPoint presentation that made national news. She did pitch to us. It made national news. The BBC.
It didn't make national.
It was on the BBC website.
Oh.
And because I rang them.
Not just local.
I rang them and said, I'm desperate for some PR. I'm a comedian who's having to shout into a webcam in a shed. My daughter's done this thing that
is
I've
sacred.
engineered. I didn't engineer that, but she's done that, and I'm going to use
Yeah,
it.
she
You've
did
got
do it.
yeah, nothing is sacred. That is exactly how it should be in our
Yeah.
family. And I'm so sorry about that, darling. You've married into it, but you're going to have to deal with it.
I didn't
You-
know.
Yeah, basically,
about
they are
this
all me, is
when
what
I
I'm saying.
married you.
However, I've been looking at this. Now, Olivia wants a cat. The problem is I'm allergic. So I've been looking at this. She sees hypoallergenic. I don't buy any of it. I found the cat.
Yeah, but you know it's not the cat's fur now, it's their saliva.
Well, I tell you what, I found a cat. Do you want to see it?
You found a cat? Oh, God!
That's the cat we're going to...
That is hideous!
It's a Sphinx, baby. Look at that.
That is horrible.
Oh, look at that.
That
it's-
is grim.
It's big, isn't it? It's a big old monster. What's going on?
Oh, God.
It's. Do you know what? It's
horrible, but do you know what, though? That's not real, is it?
It's a real cat. Look.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you call the vets for that one. You call a priest.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? The thing is, do you know
God.
what it reminds me of? That it looks like a scrotum on legs.
It looks like a brain.
It's a scrotum, right? That is a scrotum on legs. That is basically it's a scrotum. It is a brain. I mean, I think we should order it for October the 31st.
The thing is, it's not that
Look at it.
listen. It's not that I don't like animals. I
Give us
love
a cuddle.
animals. You know, and everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's to do with the OCD of cleaning for me.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We'll get past that.
But since we started looking at, and I have to mention my friend Karina, who a friend of ours who's a photographer, she's just adopted 2 cats this weekend from Gracie's cat rescue, I think it is. And they are so gorgeous. And I was just like, it was such a good thing that
It's
she
like
did.
brooding. You're getting cat brooding.
Yeah, I'm getting
She'll be
cat
breastfeeding
brooding.
them
And
next.
also, you look on the adoption thing and there's so... That is grim. That is grim.
I saw a comedic opportunity and I
But
took it.
there's like so many cats need adopting, and like not just the cute little kittens, but cats that are like 6 years old and
Cats
their
like
owners.
that.
Oh God!
Cats like that.
You'd want to take them all in.
This one here, right? Apparently, he doesn't purr. This one, he whispers
Why?
a curse into your ear. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I love
Do you
about
know
it
what,
as well?
though? Just
It looks
imagine-
like he's been in a tumble dryer.
Just imagine though that crawling across your floor
I'd love it.
at night.
No hair.
You know when you first get a cat and you're not used to having something
That
like a
would be
living
terrifying.
animal in your house
With its red eyes.
It's all right. You just keep blocking me on
Sorry.
the camera. So I'm
Sorry.
trying to talk to the people. Yeah, but can you imagine when you're not used to having an animal in your house?
Yeah.
It would freak me out. It make me
Just
jump.
comes stealthily clawing in.
Stealth, that's it.
It looks like your granddad's ball bag, is what it does look like. And do you know what? Apparently, though, this is the only cat you don't stroke this one. You give it a wipe. You just wipe it down with a cloth. Give it a wet wipe.
You must give it a stroke.
No, I think on a serious note, right? That is how something might look ugly,
Yeah.
but you've got to cherish it and care for it. And any woman will tell you that's how they approach a penis. So. Okay, we took it down. We took it down into filth.
we
Do you
had
want
to at
to
some point.
look at the feed?
I
I'm sorry
do.
I covered your face with a clipboard. I'm gonna go. Do you know what? We might as well. We're down there. We might as well stay on that. Get the feed up, and then I'm going to tell you the next thing we're going to talk about.
What do you mean?
We're going to talk about bum worms. Get the feed up. Get the feed up.
God!
Bum worms, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Fred worm. Do you know
Jesus.
what? This is the thing, right? Can we forget COVID for a second? Because we've got a
We
big.
have. You keep bringing
No, we've
it
got a
up.
bigger threat in our house now, and it's the bum worms.
Oh,
Now,
God.
if you're a parent, right, you'll know this, right? If your kid complains about having an itchy arse, you know what that means.
Oh.
Because within 20 minutes,
Right.
you've got their pants off,
Yeah.
they're on all fours, you've got an head torch on looking like a rude coal miner. Do you know what I mean? These worms, right, they are fast-tracked through the family quicker than an Etonian at an investment bank. They just make every single person gets them. Like every time you sat watching someone and one person adjusts their pants,
Stop!
you'll go worms. Have you got worms?
Right, can I just say for the record, as far as I'm aware, I've never had arseworms. But when
You won't know
but
you
when,
have.
No, but when one of the
I
kids
ain't
gets
looking.
it, you have to treat everybody in the house.
Well, the thing is, as well, I used to think it was a myth, right? I used to think like no one talks about it at the school gates. It's like politics, how much you earn, and Susan and Keith's affair, right? But this is very real. And I'm telling you now, Gemma, there's
on.
nothing more horrific, because I've done it, than looking up your child's backside and seeing these things wiggle in the torchlight. It's like someone has took the lid off a fisherman's bait box. It's it's horrible.
It is.
It's
It
horrible.
is horrendous.
So we've all had the treatment.
Oh, God!
I'm just
the thing is, if kids out there... By the way, can I just confirm as well, we don't know that Sophia's had arseworms. She just complained of a bit of an itch, and I have really rooted in there, and I can't see a thing. So I think it's
You
just
see,
just a case of a bit of an itchy arse.
Well, I thought I had it the other night, right? And then Gemma was one day away from having to look up my chutney shoot,
I
right?
got my head torch ready.
She had touch ready. She was going to look up there. She enjoys it. I think I thought about doing it myself, but it's not easy. Like you need a desk lamp. These things wiggle in the torchlight.
What are you doing?
Turn it off. These things wiggle in the torchlight. No, because you can't look. You can't check yourself, right? Because like it's a logistical nightmare. Like you need a desk lamp,
Yeah,
Gemma.
yeah.
You need a makeup mirror and
Yeah.
the flexibility of a 14-year-old Russian gymnast. It's impossible to look down there, right? And the other thing is like. It's like when you go to the hairdressers and they hold the mirror up behind your head. It's a two-man job.
Yeah.
And then I realised, I thought, it might not be worms because I had a spicy calzone
Oh,
on Friday
God.
and there was a
So
lot
your
of
arse
chilli.
was just on fire.
It was just the chilli working its way through my pipes.
Oh, God!
And there was some mean-ass chilies. I think it was a prank.
You couldn't eat them all.
I could not eat it, right? I could
You had a
barely
good go.
see. It was a next level of hot. It was
Yeah.
like a religious
Yeah.
hot. I
Yeah.
saw Jesus by the end of that calzone. I could see Jesus. And
Oh, God.
so is everything okay? Good,
Yeah.
we're all right. Can you see me? I can see you. I'm not going to
Right,
cover you.
can we not talk about arseworms anymore?
We're
I'm
not
just gonna
talking
say,
about bum
as
worms.
a parent, though, these things
Cheers on the red.
you don't get warned about this stuff. I remember Liv getting back from
Yeah.
her residential,
Yeah.
and she had nits.
Oh yeah.
And I remember,
That's what you get as a parent. All sorts of insects.
yeah, but it was, and again, it's my OCD.
Now I'm doing this.
I know. I had to meticulously, the knit comb,
Oh.
the stuff in the head, and
When you were a kid like, in like the 80s, they used to just hit you with that dust, like anthrax you. They just bang.
Oh, and my mum said as well when they were kids, it was
Shaved your head off.
Going back to the arseworms, it was a cake.
Ooh.
A threadworm cake or something.
Ooh.
No, a cake.
Flapjack.
Worm cake. Worm cake.
Worm cake. I mean, why do they call it that?
But they had a cake thing, but it was obviously just the stuff that.
Worm brownie.
Oh.
Anyway, that's what we do.
Enough.
So
Hey, you're enjoying your dinners.
we're going to talk about the Attenborough documentary. Okay.
Okay.
So the David Attenborough documentary, basically.
Liv had watched it at school.
Yeah, we watched it the other night. Well, I say watched it. She talked over it. We watched the subtitles.
I was going to say I'm going to have to watch it again.
Impossible.
She literally didn't
Talked
stop
all the way
talking.
through. Basically, we watched it, and I'm pretty much depressed now. If you haven't seen it, let me just summarise it for you.
Yeah.
We're screwed. Our children are screwed, and our children's children are screwed. So there you go. That's it. The animals are going to be homeless.
Planet's screwed.
The planet's screwed. The animals are going to be homeless or extinct. There's no fish left. And in about 100 years' time, the only place that's going to be habitable to humans is going to be the centre of a roundabout in Milton Keynes. That's basically. I'm paraphrasing. That's the synopsis.
Yeah.
We're doomed, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what's happened?
Yeah.
We've took our eye off the ball because of COVID,
Yeah.
right? So we took our eye off the ball. We've stopped concentrating, and we've ignored the environment. Now, ignoring the environment, that's not the point of life. It's a real
I've
shame.
just thought something else back on arseworms.
Well, come back to it. Well done. She's doing tags and jokes. She's trying. The thing is, right?
God.
Ignoring the environment because of COVID is like swimming in the sea, worrying if someone's pissed in it when there's a great white shark circling you. Basically, that's
Hang on.
the analogy.
Let me think about that. That was too quick. I didn't get it.
Right. So COVID. God. Right. Ignoring the environment because of COVID is like swimming in the sea.
In the sea.
Worrying about if someone's weeding it when a great white shark is circling you.
Oh, I see.
There's a bigger problem.
Yeah,
there's a bigger problem.
Got it.
This girl got a degree, man. Jesus Christ. Turn your thingy off as well. Right, there you go. I got it now. Yeah, I had to do that to explain circling.
I know.
Right. Right, anyway, so what I was going to say was, right, so, we watched that documentary. Now, our daughter is the activist now. She's like a little Greta Thunberg, right, in our house, isn't she? Greta, whatever you say. Anyway, she caught me throwing a jam jar. I didn't tell you this. She caught me throwing a jam jar into the bin the other day. And she just went, "Did you want to do that, Daddy? Did you want to do that?" And I went, "No, I didn't." She went, "Well, get it out then.
Yeah.
Get it out. I'm so disappointed in you, Daddy."
Exactly.
And like if I touch that thermostat in the house, she'll come up to me and go, "It's perfectly warm. Just put a jumper on. Put another layer on. Keep the temperature." She's on it now, right? The worst thing is I think I'm building up her anger. Because I showed her the documentary Blackfish the other night, which is all
just traumatising our children.
No, because this is the thing, right?
That is a horrific documentary.
It did make. I'm just back to the thermostat bit. She said to me, "Think of the polar bears." I said, "I am. I'm freezing."
Yeah.
That's what it's like. The Arctic idiot.
Like
think of the polar bears. Think of the tortoise. Save the turtles. I was bloody freezing. Polar bears have fur. Anyway, so I put that Blackfish on, and it's all about the killer whale who killed the trainer because they've been in captivity so long. They developed psychosis. It's a brilliant documentary, right? But the problem is, right, I think I'm turning her into a future leader of Extinction Rebellion.
Probably.
And I know what I'm going to get her for her 12th birthday.
What?
I'm going to get a voucher for her to punch the CEO of ESSO in the face repeatedly. So I think the thing is, she's like someone on death row, right? Because no, hang on a minute, that's not right. That's not right. That printer's missed a bit off there.
Do you want me to do my segue?
No, I know. I've got it. Is it on bumworms?
It's okay. Go back to this.
No. What I was going to say was,
Go on.
I know in a weird way, Olivia being such an activist is she's subconsciously seeking forgiveness for all the arts and crafts she's brought home over the years, because that has been ruthless to the environment, right? Her carbon footprint under the guise of arts and crafts is appalling, right? Yeah. It's like glitter, glue, sequins, wooden lolly sticks, all mushed together. You can't recycle that shit. She might as well. That girl might as well have personally driven an oil tanker into a family of puffins. So she needs to upgrade, she needs to be an activist now. Yeah. So go on, before I move on to the next bit, what were you going to say?
I was going to read everybody the text message I sent you last week regarding towels. And because
well, no, this is quarantine quarrels.
But... Oh right, okay.
No, but you can do. What do you mean?
No, I'll save it then.
Save it for Gemma.
Okay.
She's got. Why was it related to bumworms?
Yeah, because that's the I got criticised about how many towels we get through.
Yeah.
But it's because of bumworm and hygiene, you never use the same towel twice.
Read that text message then. I'm going to tell you this, right? We'll pause the David Attenborough bit. I was about to go on stage. I'm getting in the zone. I get a text about towels. So read that for me, please.
Okay, right, here we go.
Right, okay. This is Gemma.
This is how the
now,
text...
imagine, right, I'm waiting to go on stage, sacking myself up, playing to 9 socially distanced people. Okay, let's go.
Just a quick towel update. Semicolon. Or colon, actually.
Ironically.
Yeah, when you've used a towel on your body and arse, it goes straight in the wash, not on the radiator. You don't need to put another big towel out. Only replace a hand towel if you've used it on your body.
Too many towels.
I replace hand towel every day. We have a new hand towel every single day. The bath mat should be put over the top of the radiator after use, so it is dry for the next person. Over the bath just traps the moisture on it and makes it mouldy. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Scott Bennett. I had to go on straight after. I had to go on after towel admin.
I didn't even say love you. Thanks a lot.
Anyway.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Gemma, what I want to do.
23 years we've been together, and I have to do towel update.
23 years of towels. It's a lot of towels. Right, listen, Gemma.
Right, carry on.
I want to go back to the Attenborough thing.
Do
right?
it.
So what I'm going to say is, I think, as a society, we were talking about this, we've gone backwards.
Yeah.
We have gone backwards, right? Because what's happened is, we used to have cardboard boxes in supermarkets.
Yes.
Years ago.
We were talking about Quick Save,
Used to go Quick Save, Mum and Dad, and there'd be cardboard boxes at the back.
Yeah.
It would look like a show homes for the homeless.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just scattered loads of cardboard boxes, and you would collect them, right? And you'd take your stuff out. I remember packing the boxes with my dad.
Yeah.
It was like working at a greengrocer's years ago. I'd be like, there you go, Daddy, there you go.
It's like
Harvest
Tetris, wasn't it? How you could pack it all
yeah,
in.
it's like Harvest Festival, Father. He'd be, shut up, I've been on nights. You're boring. Now, the supermarket packaging is mental, right? I think they're doing it purely to wind up environmentalists, right? You're getting 6 vine tomatoes in a massive plastic box. You get I saw one single banana on a wrap tray like it's a piece of modern art, right? And then you get 4 baked potatoes in a plastic bag and on a black foam tray, presented like they're fucking Fabergé eggs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just potatoes. Then they have the nerve when you're at the till to say, would you like any help with your packing? No, but you do. Yeah. Because you're a lunatic. This is a tomato. Why have you packed it?
Can I just say, it's not the last to start on the till.
They're the representative of the business.
Wow.
But then the other thing they did was they had these stupid offers, like the buy one get one free ones.
Are we still talking about years ago?
No, this is supermarkets. This is what I'm saying. Is the problem is we've gone backwards. Yeah, sorry. So this is modern supermarkets with the packaging, and now like the buy one get one free offers. Yeah. Which they've stopped now, but that was a mental era. Yeah. That was like the era of gluttony. We were living like Henry VIII. Yeah. Every day was like Christmas Day. Yeah. Like you get one massive tub of cottage cheese, they give you another one free. And you're like, I can't leave that. And then like you're fine if you're a family of 8, but if you're 2 pensioners, that's too much pressure. There's too much cheese to get through. They'll probably have it. They're like, that is a genuine stress. What we're going to do, like,
with all the cottage cheese.
Barbara, what we're going to do? We're going to have to sell it down the bingo, just off the back of a mobility scooter. Here, Ken, I've got the stuff with the chives in, the hardcore shit you really like. Just want some of that? Do you know like what? I bet they're having to use it to like grout bathrooms. Or plaster fireplaces. Or she's putting it on her face like a
face mask. Face patch.
Do you know what I mean? What were they doing? What were they injecting it into the walls as cavity insulation?
Oh, it does look a bit like that.
That would work actually. Ironically, cottage
stink.
Cheese cavity
walls.
It
stink, but it'd be warm.
Because I remember like we'd buy stuff and then half of it went in the bin. And like Gemma was,
the waste.
Gemma's were like, we can't do this. There's people starving in the world. And I was like, because we've got all the food. Because we've got massive coleslaws. It does feel like a borrower when I open my fridge.
It does. It stresses me out, man. It's disgraceful.
It's disgraceful. Like it stresses me out, man.
It does. It's disgraceful.
I'm gonna say this, right?
Right, go on.
Nothing will happen until big companies put the planet before profits. That's a powerful statement.
Money makes the world go round, the world go round, the world go round. Money makes the world go round.
Anti-capitalist song, but jolly.
But it's true.
It is. The thing is, right?
That's why I sometimes feel you can do your little bit, you do your bit, but you still feel really helpless.
Do you know what annoys me? Can't fix anything anymore. You can't fix
Oh no,
things
that's
yourself
one of my
anymore.
dad's big.
It costs.
That's one of my dad's
Well,
big.
it's your
what's the
bugbears.
bugbear? That's
It costs more to repair something than replace it. Now that's fundamentally wrong.
Yeah.
That is upside down terminology. Like,
Or
stop.
they make it so that you can't fix
Stop
it.
designing things to be obsolete. My dad always repaired stuff, right?
Yeah.
And your dad was the same. There's not a day went by when I didn't see him behind a washing machine,
Yeah.
do you know, with all his tools
It was
out.
probably really shit. But,
Yeah, or his head in the oven. I mean, that wasn't broken that day. He just had enough. He was fed up of mending stuff. I think. He thought, I'm ending this. I'm ending this. Right? You can't do it now. Like mechanics at the garage, they use computers. When our washer broke, the guy came, didn't have a toolbox. Do you know what he had? He had an iPad. I was like, are you going to fix it or FaceTime it, mate? What are we doing? Get your tools out. Get in there. Get your head in there, you prick.
Get in there.
That's the point. You can't get in there. I'll tell you why you can't
should
get
know.
in.
You designed the boggers.
Do you know why you can't get in there?
Why?
Because on these tumble dryers and stuff, there's a myriad of screws they could use.
And
Flatheads,
and a PCB.
crossheads. Do you know what they use?
What's PCB?
Do you know what screws they use?
Go on.
A printed circuit board. Why is she asking me that? But they could use crossheads, flatheads.
Yeah.
We've all got those screwdrivers. No, what they do is they use the ones that can only be turned by the toenail of a kimono dragon, mate. Those triangle with the dot in.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what's that? Triangle dot.
Yeah, it's not even an Allen key, is
Who
it?
built that? The Illuminati. Who's got that? I tell you who's got the key for
Nobody.
that. David Icke.
The reason
On a keychain. David Icke's tumble dryer repairs.
The reason I brought up a PCB is because they always say, "Oh, it's your PCB's gone."
Every time.
Every single
Even
time.
it's a toaster, mate. It's a
like,
toaster.
It's like turn it on and off again. It's
Yeah.
it's the go-to phrase.
It's your PCB, mate.
It's your PCB.
It's PCB on that, mate. Your PCB.
Or I even ring up and I go, I think it might be the PCB.
And they were like, "Oh, we've got a good one here. She knows her
She knows what she's talking about.
The other thing I was going to say is, I like the repair shop.
Oh,
Now the repair shops, BBC
My
One.
mum and dad watched that on a bloody loop.
You know when
Love
you've reached a
It was
certain
cosy
age,
telly,
when
cosy
you
telly.
get emotionally well up when you see a man restore a bong on a grandfather clock. He's restored the bong, Marjorie.
I love that German fruit machine. Yeah.
How's it, Clark?
Oh.
Go on, give us what would you
was
say?
amazing.
Das boot, das boot, das boot.
It was.
That's fruit
it was
machine.
great,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, the ding
It was
dong,
brilliant.
ding dong, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just wanted
No.
to do it. But I love that. That's what my mum and dad still share the bathwater sometimes. That's weird.
I don't know if we should have shared that.
No, I think they're environmentalists. They don't even know it, right? I couldn't believe it when they said they did that. I was going to set up a GoFundMe page because they're living like peasants.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we shared, I'm going first because there's no way I'm getting into your shitty water.
I'm going to make you have the tap end. When I've got bum worms, you can have the tap end. I'll get you right at the tap end.
Oh,
Do you know what?
God.
The weird thing is, like, they're living like peasants, right? The weird thing was, I was down at her house once, and I remember it. My dad was in the bath, and my mum shouted up, "Roy, you in the bath?" He says, "Yeah." She says, "Make sure you leave it in for me, love."
Yeah.
Make sure you leave it in for me.
Well, they do.
Well,
that's
last time he
fine.
took that advice, he ended up with me and my brother. It's a dirty joke, and I've got to ring
That's
him, mate.
horrendous. Sorry, Seattle, about that.
Sorry,
that
Seattle.
was horrendous,
God,
Jake.
time's rocking on. The other one that I wanted to say.
Yeah, people have got stuff to do.
I know. Don't speed me up. You can't start segueing and then speed
I'm
me
just
up.
making you
This is
aware
what happens,
every
Seattle.
week that at 8 o'clock people have got stuff to do. They've got the next programme to watch. It might be EastEnders. It might be, I don't know what happens on a Sunday night.
Okay.
What's on?
Antiques Roadshow.
It could be, isn't Corrie on a Sunday
I don't
anymore?
know. Stop
Oh, right,
advertising other
okay,
stuff.
sorry.
Olivia's growing up. She's had sex education at school.
Oh, yeah.
She said to us something about knowing about wet dreams. You're going to have to deal with that side of things because I don't even want to get involved, right? How do you even teach that as a teacher?
Presumably you just say, well,
This happens.
this is what a wet dream is.
Oh,
Do we
God.
have to, oh, God, why are we on this?
I've got awkward conversations coming up, and I'm
Oh,
nervous about
God.
it. Right, I mean, how do you explain the concept of morning wood to a child?
I'm sure that's not on the
I
curriculum.
bet it is. I bet they say, like, you know, when you the
They
school.
do it separate though. They do the boys and the girls, so probably only the boys discuss stuff like that.
What they're going to say is, now, sometimes when you get up in the morning, lads, your dressing gown's going to have a weird protrusion in it.
Oh, God.
Some bits of your body wake up earlier.
Can I just
than
say,
the
I
others.
got a new job recently, and if my colleagues, they said they might watch tonight. If you are watching, I'm sorry that this is the first episode you've watched.
What do you mean? Oh, no, but I want to say, no, it's not about
She asked me if
school.
it was a family show, because she might have to watch it with the kids.
Well, yeah, but I didn't do anything rude.
Well, I suppose not.
It's just science, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's biology and it's weird. I can't do a family. It's not a family show. I don't work there.
Okay, there's no disclaimer.
Topical news, Gemma. Let's
Okay.
save this and save your
Okay.
career.
Right, what's this then?
Topical news.
Oh yeah. Oh, you
Turn
turn
it
it
on.
up.
Come on.
Topical news. Topical news.
Yeah.
Topical news.
Ooh.
Yay!
Topical news. Banksy arrives in Nottingham.
Woo!
So this has made the news. You'll know this if you've seen the news, which is a big programme. People watch it.
Oh, yes.
This is Banksy, the famous graffiti artist, has done something on a wall in Nottingham, which is a girl with a hula hoop.
Yes.
Well, she's using a tyre from a bike as a hula hoop, and the bike is tied in front. He brought the bike along as well.
Yeah.
And
It's all part of it.
round the lamppost. And obviously, with it, I mean, that's incredible that Banksy's come to Nottingham. And what did Nottingham do? Within 20 minutes, they vandalised it. Well done, Nottingham. Sprayed over it.
World famous artist.
So they had to,
Yeah.
and they protected it.
Yeah.
But what-
They put perspex
They
over
put
it
it,
now.
and then they sprayed it again.
Seriously.
Yeah. So it's literally
Oh,
every
my.
night they keep spraying over. The weird thing is though is what's happening with the bike?
What do you
Why
mean?
has no one nicked the bike?
Because it hasn't got a wheel.
I know, but that won't stop most people. You'll get a keen unicyclist, he'll have that away. The thing is, what I love about it is the way that art critics try and see the meaning in it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He said the message is this is I forget the name of the guy. I can't see the name of the guy. Oh, Paul Goff, arts university professor. He says the message: we're in difficult times. Let's try and make most and get the fun out of something which is inherently broken. The hoop is holistic. The circle is a positive and life affirming. Even with a broken bicycle, she's finding something she can play with.
Oh.
Or he's just done a girl hula hooping. I mean,
no, it probably is. It probably is deep and meaningful on some level. I'm sure.
I love the way.
Banksy's very highbrow.
But that's amazing, isn't it? Now because that has made Banksy's come to Nottingham,
Come
mate.
on.
The interesting thing is, though, there's not just one Banksy.
Oh.
We've got another rival.
Oh.
This man has taken the title of Wanksy. Middlesbrough have got their very own graffiti artist.
Oh,
Hey,
Wanksy.
There's a Wanksy. I'm gonna go. Do you know what he's doing, Gemma?
Go on.
He's so sick of potholes.
Yeah.
And
so
the council not repair. So instead, what he's done is he's spray painted a cock and balls. So it's definitely not a family show now. I'm so sorry.
by the way, Jen says she's watching. Hi, Jen.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I make her do this, Jen.
That's
She has no choice.
hilarious.
Look, so instead of filling the potholes, he draws a willy round it.
Oh,
And
MG.
basically, I love that. I love that because apparently that makes it an obscene
Do you know what?
publication.
There's a big willy on the floor just before school.
Is there?
And Sophia just walked straight past
It's an
it. She
awkward
didn't
conversation on the way
notice-
to
she
school,
didn't
isn't it?
notice
What's
but
that?
I was like,
The lollipop man's
Hello?
just been fired, and that's his retaliation. But they say there's a lot of dicks on the road, quite literally. But it's because if you make it an obscene publication, they have to deal with it.
oh,
So that's what he's doing.
oh.
The council have to deal with it. They have to sort it
brilliant.
out.
Oh, like as in they have to cover over the paint.
Yeah, so then they might as well just
Do the
do
whole.
the whole job.
Yeah.
So what he said, right, basically in Middlesbrough, I think the roads are about 65% cock now, right?
Oh, God.
And apparently his next project is to turn some speed bumps into a pair of breasts. But I love it, right? Do you know what they've said to him? They said, he's a hero. That's what they've said. He's a hero. I love how that is such a low bar to be a hero.
Yeah.
There's people out there, there's key workers now,
Yeah.
saving lives
Yeah.
in the midst of a killer virus. And there's a man spray painting a cock and balls, and he's the hero. I mean, it'd be a weird Superman
Oh,
to just not
God.
save anyone,
Yeah.
but get out his spray
Yeah.
can. But so there you go. There's
Brilliant.
Banksy and there's
Thank
Banksy.
you. Turn him off.
Come on,
again.
come on, don't turn it off. Are you okay?
Tell me good news. Tell me good news.
Yeah. Oh, I kicked out then. Before we go to question of the week,
Yeah.
we've got a lot to get through. I'm not going to get through everything.
Right. Well, just
Should we do a question of the week, or should we
Yeah.
talk about Halloween? I want to talk about Halloween quickly.
Go on then.
Halloween's coming.
By the way, next week, guys,
What?
Halloween in here.
Is it going to be Halloween in
Yeah.
here?
I can't miss an opportunity to dress
Well,
this up.
let me tell you this because
Costume.
but the thing is,
Costume.
Halloween is going to be hit by COVID, right? That's the thing.
Not in here.
Well, no, but it's a shame because we've all got used to wearing masks.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly,
thing, right?
yeah.
People are, it's quite a difficult one because I don't think like old ladies are going to be scared of children in $4.99 B&M bargain costumes when they've got a real life killer virus stalking them.
Well, true.
And let me tell you this, it's going to be a brave person who trick or treats round the Wardenated flats dressed as the Grim Reaper. That is going to take some balls this year, right?
It is.
And I mean, the other thing is, it's not really going to be the same because it's not trick or treat; it's track and trace, and it's going to be scary for the kids. You knock on the door flies open. There's someone in a full hazmat suit with a gun taking the temperature.
Yes.
That's scarier than anything else, right?
I think it's scarier probably going to have your COVID test.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to get kids to open the mouths at the end of the driveway, and I'm just going to swing the sweets in.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be like, who wants a gobstopper? Bang! I'm going to be smashing teeth all night, right?
All the skeletons are having masks on.
Well, also as well, we could hang bags of Haribo. Haribo?
Oh, that was good.
Haribo! Scary Haribo. We could hang Haribo bags on the fence like dog poo bags. Just help yourselves. No, not that one. That's genuinely, we've got a dog. Not that one. The other thing is, like, because they're on about the sweets thing, is the cross-contamination. Because you always get that, like, about 7 o'clock at night, you get the older kids. Yeah. The ones who've got too many miles on the roads, and they're on the tyres to be doing trick-or-treating. They come round. They just come round in the hoods.
Like, just no effort.
With the man hands. Where's your costume? I've been working. Get away! You've been working. He just comes in with his big man hands,
I thought about like a fishing rod. I could just like, hang the treats. Down the driveway. Yeah.
Hook a kid.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've got a perfect costume. I'm going to go as someone really. It's going to be something sinister, creepy, something that makes your blood run cold.
Go on.
I'm going as Dominic Cummings.
Ooh.
The other thing is, right, I wonder if trick-or-treating is different in posh areas. I thought about this because I think, like, if it was like a real, like, Knightsbridge, you can't imagine these children coming out trick-or-treating. It's probably, don't even say trick-or-treat, it's hoodwink or delicacy. And they probably stand at the driveway in tweed with a dead fox slung over each shoulder, like that. And they probably knock on the door and, hoodwink or delicacy, sir? Go fetch the butler. And they're probably the fussiest trick-or-treaters. Do you know what I mean? Like, returning your chocolate because it's not up to standard. Like, Tarquin, this isn't even fair trade. Come on, look at the cocoa content. We will only accept green and blacks above 80%. Who are these peasants? Do you know the interesting thing though? Because they might have to do tricks that fit into that area. So like they'd probably say something like, "Would you like a trick, sir?" I'm like, "Yes." "Have you heard? House prices have tumbled 7%. Shut the door. I remember once when Olivia was at school, and she could go in fancy dress Halloween, and she said to me, she said, "Daddy, I want to go something really scary." So I had to think about it, didn't I? And I sent her as an Ofsted inspector. Jenny will like that one.
Yes, she will.
There you go. You see, it's been worth the filth to get to that point.
Exactly.
Gemma, before we... because the other thing is, one more thing, a lot of horror films are coming up. There's a lot on Netflix now in preparation for Halloween. What I don't like about horror films is there's always a sex scene, right?
You don't like that?
No, because it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Think about it. They can always do it, right? They're alone. Yeah. They're in a cabin in the middle of the woods. Yeah. It's dark. There's weird noises. Yeah. They're losing one friend every 20 minutes. Yeah. And yet he'll go, "Fancy a quick one?" And she'll go, "Yeah." I can't even focus if the doors of the sliding wardrobes are slightly ajar.
I know, exactly.
I don't know what's behind there. It's weird.
Yeah, well, for me, it's just like everything has to be in its place.
Gemma's just lie back and think of the loft.
Yeah.
Think of the loft.
Think of the loft.
Oh, that was a nice. Well done.
Well done.
Anything else? Any shout outs or anything before we move on to question of the week?
Oh God, is Tony Scissorhands coming for Halloween?
Tony Scissorhands. Oh, Machel Mary.
That's brilliant. Oh, and somebody said it's Meryl again. She said, "Google Candy Lolly Sweets Cannon. It's the perfect DIY project for social distancing Halloween. Just firing sweets at everybody." I haven't seen anything else. Oh dear.
Can I just
what are we doing now?
Just before we move on.
This is still in the vein of Halloween.
Basically,
was this this morning?
This was this morning. Yeah. If you want to know what I am going as this year, I'm going to go as a corpse. Look at those feet. They are my feet, people.
Basically, let's just give a bit of context here.
They are like trotters from Silent Witness. It's an autopsy.
We were sat in the living room, all of us this morning.
Yeah.
And I just looked down at your feet and I said, "Oh my God, your feet look like they are dead."
They are dead. Do you know what?
If I'd have just put like a little tag round your toe.
Yeah.
You are like a foot corpse double.
I have bad circulation. Someone said to me, "Why don't you put a white cloth on and then audition to be a corpse?" Thank you.
Honest to God.
Do you know what? This has caused it. Someone said to me here, "I can't unsee this."
Yeah.
Peter Wood has commented, "If feet were modelled on cars, yours would be a 2020 edition."
Oh,
they are horrific.
They are horrific.
Someone says, "Where's the toe tag?" And then Scott Malooly said, "Ooh, whose hands are those?" Is that because they're small?
No, I think it's just he's being sarcastic.
They are horrible.
They
I
are
agree.
horrendous.
I'm worried about myself. Judy Stafford said, "I need vitamin E."
Well, you need some, love. I've always hated your feet. It's a good job they're covered up most of the time. It's horrendous.
Shall we do question of the week?
Can we just first of all say happy birthday to Liz Clark? She's just let us know it's her birthday. And we're going to say happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Just go straight into it.
Happy birthday, dear Liz Clark.
Have some feet.
Happy birthday to you.
Have some happy feet. Happy feet. Have some corpse feet. Right.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, that's the wrong board. Right, come on. Let's do question of the week.
Question of the week. Here we go. Oh no.
What we're talking about here is we're talking about bravery. We're talking about moments of bravery.
And can we just say as well, just from the out, I mean, we have got some quite serious, impressive bravery stuff.
So we're going to have to put on
obviously, I mean, particularly I know a lot of people at the minute who are showing true bravery in the absolute awful things that life has thrown at them this year. But we are going to talk about a bit of light-hearted bravery, aren't we, first of all? You know, the bravery in the silly sense.
We'll have to change our serious tone of voice, like a breaking news story.
Yes. Obviously, we're not belittling true bravery. It's just we know what true bravery
We'll go to ours in a bit, but shall we do someone else's?
Yes!
First of all, we've got a real cracker here from Paul McGeady, a regular viewer of the show, from Manky Beds, good band. He said, "I was once brave enough to mention to Lynn that she hadn't been shopping and there was nothing for me to eat except beans on toast." I can see how this is going to go down.
Oh my God, Paul, are you crazy?
I later found this in the bread bin.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful.
It's a little tin, not even a full-size tin, a half tin of Heinz beans, and she's just written "twat" on top, which is a wonderful... You did deserve that, Paul.
Yeah, because you've done that to me before, and I just feel like going...
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's awful. But I know why you did it, Paul. I'm with you. Next one here. This is from Anonymous because I don't know who it is, but it sounds like either Nicolas Cage or Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator.
Okay.
This is a story. I don't even know if this is true, but it's frightening. The bravest and really stupid thing I did was stopping a fight on the tube at midnight on a Saturday. Now that already sounds like a film. That already sounds like
you have got to be brave to do that.
And he said, needless to say, I had quite a few drinks. Still, I did stop a fella getting his head kicked in, and the others didn't object to me intervening. Heroic, but not something I'd recommend. Mind you, there weren't loads of knives around then. Now, he's just gone on to say, I did see my German mate actually break a knife that was drawn on him in a Middlesex polydisco. That was brave and mad. Middlesex polydisco. I don't even know what that means.
What is a Middlesex polydisco?
No, it's probably a polydisco in Middlesex.
Oh, Polytechnic.
Polytechnic. But I mean, what is that? That sounds like a film.
Well, it sounds bloody scary.
And then we go from
brave or stupid.
Well, I don't know. I probably got away with it.
People often say that, don't they? Brave or stupid.
Well, your dad. Now you said your dad was a lunatic when he was younger.
He wasn't a lunatic.
No, but he'd have fights.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ! You're painting a bad picture.
No. When provoked,
he would see red sometimes. Yeah. You know, when somebody was being a bit.
You can't do it now. People have got weapons.
He's caught a lad spitting on his car once.
What did he do?
He made him wipe it off.
Oh, I remember someone on the way home. We were walking home with a curry, and I was about 17. And one of the lads threw his curry onto a car, and the guy was in his window when he came out, and he made him lick it off.
Oh!
He grabbed him behind the neck, and he used him as like a squeegee, and he like a human. And then he was like, "Now the rice, now the naan bread, smacking him around the face with the naan bread." So we go from that, which is the serious, to the ridiculous. This is Ross Bennett. At a bowling alley, him and Holly Bennett worked at. He said it was in a vibrant area, which means quite tasty.
Yeah.
And he said, here's a rundown of what happened.
Go on.
Someone chainsawed the bar. I had
Chainsawed the bar.
Yeah, someone brought a chainsaw in and tried to chainsaw the bar. He had some buffet thrown at his head. On New Year's Eve, got it in the head with a sausage
roll. It was just Brave
roll.
going to work every day.
The same man would come in, not wash his hands, come out reeking of urine, and try and shake their hands.
Oh my God!
And he said, for his fingers in shoes, bowling shoes, so sweaty. It would stay. You could smell it like nicotine for days after. And in the midst of that was my dad and Uncle Dave just bowling.
Oh God!
Just bowling.
Awful.
My dad and Uncle Dave used to go bowling there,
they
in the midst of all the buffy flying around.
Now, isn't it?
And it's gone, yeah. The whole place got gone.
Was it Super Bowl?
We move on.
Yeah.
We move on. Now, this is quite... Because I think there's a lot of brave things. We're going to come on to what we've done. I've not done many brave things. I suppose the bravest thing I ever did was give up my career to be a comedian. But then people...
brave.
Well, no, people say it's brave to do stand-up comedy. It's not. It's brave to let someone you love do a comedy. But she had to deal with all the shit.
I'm so
She
brave.
did. Has it been worth it?
It's been absolutely worth it.
Of course it hasn't been worth it. Right, the other thing, this is one here from Lynette Rooney, Gemma, right? So on the theme of bravery, I have to say my eldest daughter, Kaylee, was 15 and she was bitten by a Japanese Akita dog. She loved animals and always wanted to...
one of those is.
I don't know. I didn't Google it. She always wanted to work with animals and we thought it would put her off, but she was undeterred. She's finished her GCSE. She's gone and studied animal management for 3 years. She's worked in a dog grooming salon. She's trained as a dog groomer and she's opened her own salon in Liverpool called the Fur Dressers. It's like a snazzy dog.
Oh,
The
like
Fur
a
Dressers.
hairdressers, the Fur
And it's a
Dressers.
dream. She's done so well and we're so proud of her to do well, after coming through all the trauma she suffered. That's incredible. Do you want to see the picture? She sent me a picture of, you know, like going from before and after.
Yeah.
So she sent me the picture. I hope she don't mind me showing this. Do you think she'll mind me showing this? She didn't say she wouldn't.
I'm sure she
You
didn't
wouldn't mind
mind.
showing this, but there you go. I will show you it quickly. Which is incredible, Lynette. Well done, Kaylee. That's amazing, isn't it? That is like a...
Bless her.
Well,
That's
what a
really
moment.
horrible.
That feels like a that's life moment now, doesn't it? It's just like, oh.
To go through all that, you'd have thought it might have like put her off for life.
Absolutely
but
amazing.
It's almost like you faced the thing that, like, you don't want it to define your life, do you?
No.
Instead of facing it and almost like, she obviously doesn't hate all dogs just because of that one incident that happened.
I know what she means because I you know, when I had to clean out the goldfish for the first time and I was traumatized.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's an incredible thing.
It is an incredible
and
thing.
I think it's one of those things.
And I love that name,
Fur dress. And what I think, because that's sometimes I think how kids approach, like if you're traumatized at a young age, rather than fearing it, you try and understand it.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only time that doesn't happen is if you got attacked by a shark. You were like, I'm not combing sharks for a living.
No.
But like that's wonderful, isn't it? To turn a positive out of something traumatic. So
yeah.
well done. Let's have a round.
And she's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. Yeah, and everything. Do you know what? Sometimes the shed show moves into a realm that it's quite not capable of dealing with, and we're just clapping. Great stuff. So I want to tell you this before we ring my parents, right? I think some of the bravest thing you can do, right? I think I mentioned the comedy, but I also think some of the bravest thing you can do is have children. No, it is because it pushes you to limits of patience. You know, not to mention the potential damage you've unleashed on the world. Let's be honest, right?
I'd say more about the worry and stress.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think is the brave? Do you not think having kids is brave?
No.
Bringing them into this world?
No.
Into a world that we're killing, that we're burning up?
No.
That'll be all right. Get a cagoule on.
Yeah,
Learn how
that'll
to
be
swim.
fine. Kids bring so much joy.
They bring a lot
and
of pain.
Earthworms.
They have a lot of pain and worms.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing?
The good outweighs the bad.
Can I just share with you? Have I told the crazy golf story on here before?
The crazy golf story.
The one where we had to play crazy. I played crazy golf.
You may have done weeks. I mean, we're on week 31.
31.
People
well,
don't remember.
I will quickly tell them this
Go on,
because that is the
Can I
time.
make a cup of tea if you've heard it?
No, unbelievable. Don't lose the audience. I want to tell you this, right? Because I think that there's a thing where you know the level of patience as you need as a parent. And I was playing crazy golf. We were on a holiday. I think we were on holiday. Sophia wasn't born. You'd gone into like a play area bit to get some coffees.
Yeah.
And I played crazy golf with Olivia. She was 6 at the time. Now 6-year-olds, fiercely independent, utterly incompetent.
Yes.
And it is a toxic combination.
It is.
And
they get so frustrated.
it took us about 2.5 hours to play 16 holes, and you're saying
that's too many though.
No, but you're saying there's 18 holes. It was too dark to play the last 2. There was too many holes,
I'd
right?
have gone for 9.
And because the thing is, like, I remember I was going like, let me help you, Daddy. Let me help you, darling. Let me help you. She was like, Daddy, I want to do it by myself. I want to do it by myself.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing, they want to.
And I hate that phrase, whether it's from her or you in the
I want to do
bedroom.
it by my own.
I want to do it by mine own. By mine own. And she said, am I doing well, Daddy? And I felt like saying, yeah, you're great, mate. You've took 36 shots on this hole, and everyone here hates us, mate. Well, you just crack on, oblivious to this bloke behind me who wants to strangle me.
Yeah.
Right? And there's only, you want to stay positive.
You weren't very popular that
No,
day.
you want to stay positive, but there's only so many times you can watch someone smack a golf ball into the front of a wooden windmill repeatedly until you want to physically kill them. Yeah. And I had a club. The self-control you have to show as a parent. That was brave, not wanting to wrap that round her stupid head, right? And then she was going, I was going like, just go round it. And she was like, no. I have to do it. I want to go through. She said to me, I want to go through this windmill. And I said under my breath, if you carry on with this shit, mate, I'm going to literally make that happen. I'm going to plough you face first into those windcells. And do you know what? The best thing was, I do remember it. She got the hang of it. Yeah. She was doing quite well. And then hole 13 was a low point, right? Because I said to her, she was so close. She was so close. And I just said, all you need to do, darling, just a little tap. Just a little tap in here. Tap, 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 tap. And I remember I just went, now just go it. And I'll just describe what happened. I went, okay, just a little tap, darling. Okay, when you're ready, go fetch it. Go fetch it! And she thumped it.
Hoofed it.
She was teeing off the, on the links, just Tiger Wooded it straight into a bin.
Yeah.
Bang!
Yeah.
And then the thing is, right, what made me laugh is we got back and it was ages. And you'd come back, you'd had a great time because you'd had a bit of a, break.
Yeah.
Jenna looked refreshed and she came back and she said, first thing she said to us, and this is the truth, I'm not making this up, she says, have you had a good time? And I was like twitching and sort of trying to get through the system. And then she said, oh, look, Olivia, look, the man on the hut who takes the money, he's gone. There's nothing to stop you and Daddy going round again. And you knew what you were doing there. What do you think? Have you had any instances when you were brave?
The only time I've been brave normally involves me having to look brave in front of kids.
Right.
So as a teacher, you've got to kind of show that you are setting the example. Yeah. So I went to Lee Green, which is an outdoor pursuits place. And we had to crawl through. It must have been 100-foot pipe underground.
It's like the end of Shawshank Redemption.
I'm not joking. It was.
There was something about Andy when he arrived at Lee Green, crawling through a mile of shit and slime.
Well, there was
free
no
football
shit,
pitches.
There was slime. It was cold. It was wet. And it was pitch black. You weren't allowed torches. So these kids, year 8 kids, like only 12, 13, absolutely bobbing themselves. And I was so terrified, but I had to pretend I wasn't. Yeah,
because you had to front it out.
Yeah, I was absolutely terrified.
Why has Mrs. Bennett gone quiet? Come on, Mrs. Bennett, you can do it.
I literally, when we got out, I was like, yeah!
It's always
the euphoria afterwards.
You didn't
done it.
Friend.
I did. I was like, oh my God.
You stood and waiting for the rain to come down. Do you know, I ate any of those adventure things. Abseiling.
It was terrifying.
I remember any of those things.
Well, you shake like a shitting dog when you're up.
Heights. Do you know what? I was just going to say that. We've got to change the batteries in our. We've got to change the batteries in our alarm tomorrow.
I know.
Can I just tell you?
Let's hope we're here next week.
I've been putting it off for a week now because I'm terrified. It's not even high.
No, because I'll go up if you want.
Do you know what the really funny thing is? I know what happens. I get up there and I get up and then I go, and then she said, "Why are you wobbling the ladder?" And I'm like, "My knees are just accepting."
And then you'll drop the little screw.
I drop the screw, and the worst thing is because in my head I'm just thinking, "Step to the left, you're dead."
Yeah.
Step to the left, you're dead. So that's all I can hear.
Don't fall off the ladder.
All I can hear in my head as I'm doing that is, you're self-employed, step to the left, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're self-employed, you've got 2 kids, your future. If you fall off this ladder, you're dead.
Yeah.
If you fall off this ladder, you're dead.
Yeah.
If you fall off this ladder, you're dead. And I'm trying to wire things.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And
yeah.
And I get you to foot the ladder, because before sometimes I've said, Olivia, will you foot the ladder? Yes, Daddy. And I turn around.
She's buggered off. Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't get a 10-year-old to foot a ladder.
You can't get a 10-year-old.
That's why they don't have them working. Do you know the other thing is,
you need to crack on, love.
Before we go to Mum and Dad, I want to do a really quick quarantine quarrels.
Okay, because, here we go.
Yeah. Any more
quarantine quarrels, quarantine quarrels, quarantine quarrels.
I I feel like it's a frenetic show tonight.
Well, you just need to crack on.
You
People
can't.
are busy.
It's like having a producer in the ear.
People are busy.
All right, you mentioned my foot. And
Oh,
the other thing Gemma hates is quarantine quarrels is where we get stuff off our chest. And she hates me telling her my move, what's happening in my life. I give her like a running commentary. So I'll say something like, I'm going to get up in the morning.
It's called inner monologue, Scott. Most
and then
people
I'm
just
gonna,
do it in their brain.
I'm going to deal with that, and then we'll have a bit of break for lunch, and then I'm going to crack on with that
I
thing.
need to do this and I need to do that.
And
And
then-
I feel like going, just do it.
Just... You don't like it, do you?
I need to do this. And can you imagine if I listed everything I need to do in a day? Jesus, we'd be here all flipping show.
Do you know what really made me laugh as well?
Go on.
Is that
Love you.
Gemma goes for a wee at night in the bathroom, but she won't switch the light on.
No, because it wakes you up.
No, but you sat in the dark.
It's not that
unnerving.
dark. There is moonlight.
I can't wee by moonlight. A man
Well,
needs
you
more
can't.
light.
Do a sit down
I
one.
can't sit down wee. It's weird sit down weeing.
Take a
It's
torch.
emasculating.
Take a torch.
Take a torch. The other thing that I
Yeah.
think is funny is we were watching a programme. No, what I've started
What
doing
was
is
that one I was going to say?
because I sometimes review our relationship. She hates that, so I'll sort of like we'll be laid next to each other, and I'll say, "We're doing all right, aren't we?" And she'll say, "What are you
Well,
doing
it
this
felt
for?"
like I was getting an end of term report.
And then it was like I should have done a PowerPoint like
half
Liv.
term report.
No, and I said,
We're doing all right.
no, we're
aren't
doing
we?
all right. We've been 20 years together, and we've argued and stuff, but we get on. And she's like, "Who are you talking to? Who are you doing this review to?" And I was like, because when it started, I'll be honest, you had quite a lot to do. It was a little bit touch and go at year 10. The 7-year itch came in, and then if we look at the PowerPoint,
Oh, God. I prefer a bar chart.
bar chart, but yeah, and.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I did think the other day as well?
Oh,
Is
dear.
you don't like arguing in front. Gemma doesn't like arguing in front of the kids.
Who does?
I don't agree with that. Because if you don't, how do you know who's won? It's a funny joke. I've done that joke a lot on here, but I like that joke.
Yeah.
And I've realised I've got a way we can argue in front of the kids
Right.
without them knowing.
Go on.
I watch them playing with their dolls.
Yeah.
And I
do it with
think
dolls?
we can do it with dolls. So I've written a
To
little
be honest,
script.
we did this before, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had this idea. of doing
What
a
we could
YouTube
do is,
channel.
if you use
A
the
YouTube sketch.
imagination, so you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
Our kids play with dolls, right? So what you could do is you could have like a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
So Olivia and Sophia sat on the
Are
sofa.
you Mr. Potato
I
Head?
know she would be Mr. Yeah, you would. I would be Mr. Potato Head, and
Yeah.
she'd be like, "That's right, Mr. Potato Head. I agree. Daddy is useless, isn't he? How many times do I need to tell him? Near the laundry basket is not in the laundry basket.
Yeah.
What's that? What? No, I won't move on, Mr. Potato Head. He left 2 wet towels on the bed. We just love it, don't we, Mr. Potato Head? When he, instead of doing the pots or putting them in the dishwasher, he just soaks everything under a cover of bubbles.
Yeah.
And he thinks I don't know, doesn't he? He's a shit, isn't he, Mr. Potato Head? And I'd be like, I'd have a doll come in. I'd go, never mind that, Mr. Potato Head. It's not really important, is it? Let's have some fun for once in our lives. I'm Buzz Lightyear. Let's go upstairs. I'll take you to infinity and beyond. And you'll be lucky, Mr. Potato Head. He hadn't managed that for 15 years. And I'd be like, that's a bit cruel, that, Mr. Potato Head. Look, you've made Woody cry. You know how sensitive he is. And you'll say, yes, I do. That's part of the problem, Mr. Potato Head. Boom.
Very nice. You've really thought about this, haven't you?
Yeah, you'd swam me through the medium of toys.
Right, are we ringing your mum and pa?
Are we? Yes.
Oh,
We are ringing
let's
them.
ring
Have we
Matt and
reached
Roy.
that point? Yes, we have.
Here we go. Are we ready?
Oh, Jennifer said she's watching, but the boys are in bed. Thank you, Jennifer. We could have been as
Jen,
filthy.
not
It
Jennifer.
just says a name on Facebook.
Oh, it's Jen.
So we can be as filthy as
and
we
that
like.
message is like 28 minutes old.
We can be as filthy as we like now.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
sorry. I'm sorry. I've got wobbly
Every
legs.
time I tell you, these messages are old.
Full up.
It is fully up if you touch that volume switch.
Hello?
Ah!
Catherine?
Hey?
Are you still... Shall I put the phone down and ring back?
Yeah?
Yeah?
No!
Oh, you were arguing.
I'm on the wine now.
I just want to tell you, Scott, that
Max.
you guys had his bath earlier on and I'm having mine later on.
Oh. Well, are you not? Is you left? The water will be cold then.
So you can top up.
The water will be
I
cold.
put it Dad, love.
Thanks, Max.
Hello there.
Hello.
Good evening, Royston. How are you?
Doing?
I'm all right.
Good.
I'm on the wine now.
He's on the Vino Tinto.
Oh, yeah, we started that early.
Oh, good.
I think I've hit it now. Sunday night, Dad, I'm going to have a drink.
You're right. Yeah, why not?
I mean, you do it all day, don't you, with your box of wine? You lot.
No, I mean, you haven't got anywhere to go, have you?
Well,
Yeah,
I've got
it's in the lyrics.
I've got to try and make it back. Yeah, ain't got nowhere else to go.
Ain't
Going to
got
the garden for
nowhere
the shed
else to
show.
go.
Do you know what, Dad? I have to sometimes, you know, when I used to do these Zoom drinks with the other comedians, and Gemma said to me once, she saw me coming up the garden after a Zoom drinks, and I was all over. Like, I'd literally a little bit drunk, and I just thought, that is a low point when your whole evening's been sat in front of a webcam getting drunk in a shed.
Yeah.
That is almost, that's grounds for divorce, isn't it?
Well, I suppose it beats sitting by dustbins.
It's only a matter of meters, Dad, and I would have been.
Only slightly, but there you go.
Yeah. Dad, go on then. Are you all right? Have you got any break? Well, you are a fireman.
Wow, hey.
I mean, that's the reason why I'm not brave, is because you've taken all the brave of our family and took it for yourself.
Yeah.
Well,
What about the horse
I
down
could
the
keep
sewer?
you going all night here.
Well, that's
God.
don't tell me mum that.
Yeah.
Those days are gone. Listen, Dad, I was just saying,
yesterday.
with you being a fireman, it was really good, but you would bring your work home with you.
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah,
started
we went
working from home and cutting mum out the recliner and that,
Yeah. I did a brave thing yesterday.
what did you do yesterday?
I told your mum she couldn't have a coat.
What, as in buy a new coat, or just let her go out cold?
No, a new coat.
Oh, you can't have enough coats.
What does she need a new coat for, Dad?
Well, it's to go with those 33 she's got in her wardrobe.
Oh, Max, you can't have enough hats, shoes, and gloves.
You can, Mum, because they end up in the loft, then you have to chuck them out.
Oh,
Oh,
rubbish.
don't
Correct.
mention love.
Correct.
You've got to be
I'll
coordinated.
tell you this little story about bravery then.
Go on.
then.
Okay, it's we got a call to a racehorse in the stables, and it had fallen down a manhole. The back end of the horse had fallen down a manhole.
Right.
So obviously it couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So we took the call, and I went down the manhole with the horse, and we, your mother's laughing.
I love how you just went, I'll go see to the horse.
We managed to get some hose round the horse, and we called the vet, and the vet sedated it.
Yeah.
He didn't sedate me, but he did the horse.
Yeah.
And eventually we got the horse out.
Right.
No worse for wear.
Oh, my
Wow.
God.
So you rescued an
And,
horse. The vet died.
We still meet one another.
What?
Occasionally we still meet one another, me and the horse.
Oh. I love it, Dad. Like you sort of like you see them on them documentaries, like like the
Yeah,
people
reunited with the person.
that were in the Twin Towers or something, and you've got to I love the interview with like a split screen, and then you're just going, I remember I saw the look in his eyes, and he knew I was his only hope, and then it cuts to the horse, and he just goes.
Completely ignored me when I saw it.
Did you should have given it its fireman's lift, Dad, holding its mane and holding its dong at the same time.
When you were talking about worms on bottom, I thought, well, I've seen your bottom.
Yeah.
Completely ignored me now.
Well, Dad, was the worms around in our day? My day as a kid?
No.
Wow, it's a new thing, is Fred worm. It's a new.
No,
it's a
you're
new-
worm free.
I was worm free.
Worm free.
As free as the wind blows. Well, Dad, we've had
A lot of
horses
other
in.
things, but,
We've
you
had
know,
horses in manholes. We've had worms up bums.
What have you got for us tonight?
What are you going to play us out with tonight?
it's been a good show.
Thank you. Oh, we've gone from fine to good.
Fine to good.
31 weeks.
Pardon?
31 weeks. We've gone from fine to good.
You want to know what we thought tonight?
Yeah.
That we educated a little bit.
Go on.
So with you saying about bravery,
Yeah.
we picked a song that slightly relates to what you've done. Changing your career option and all this.
Yeah.
And
Having a dream.
it's from the musical Joseph,
Yeah.
and Any Dream Will Do.
I love this song.
Let's do it. What a beautiful idea.
Here we go then.
Follow your dreams, kids. You'll end up in a shed. You'll end up in a shed if you do. Follow your dreams, kids. You'll end up in a shed with no job.
Dream that my coat.
I wore my coat.
It's golden lining.
Ah,
Colors shining.
ah.
Full and new. And in me. The dawn was breaking.
Ah,
And the world was waiting.
any dream will do.
A flash of sun, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness, I was left alone. May I return
May I return?
to the beginning,
Ah,
life is dreaming,
ah.
and the dream is true. The world and I.
The world and I.
We are still waiting till every day.
Ah, any dream will do.
A crash of dawn, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness, I was left alone. May I return to the beginning,
Oh,
the life is dreaming.
ah.
We rescue the world and I. We are still waiting for the world to take. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do.
Oh, what a lovely song. Oh, do
Lovely.
you know what? If there was the Marie Kondo thing for you, for Mags and Roy, if we would hold you, would you spark joy? You absolutely would. You absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. That was lovely. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, well, yes, was it okay?
It was lovely.
I love it.
It was
What's
so
the instant
good.
feedback? It was wonderful. Listen, that's how we always end the show here on Stand Up From the Shed.
With
Uh,
Mags and Roy.
with Mags and Roy up in West Yorkshire, not isolating, just drinking boxes of wine and watching the repair shop. You watch the repair shop, don't you? You two.
Yeah.
Do you know what? They should get you on there because they can revamp tired and jaded things.
Oh, thanks for that, yeah.
We'll get you on there. See if they can buff up your dad. Give you a little buff down there.
We're thinking about applying for a repair shop.
Yeah, get on there with a bit of brasso or something.
Yeah.
Listen, you've been wonderful. Say good night to
you.
everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Lovely
Bye.
jubbly. Lovely jubbly.
Aww.
What was that?
I don't know.
Can you-
I just wondered if you'd do it.
Can you play us out doing the Shed Show in German?
Oh, you've landed that on me,
You
haven't
can't
you?
do it in German, can you?
Let's go.
Gemma's a linguist, everyone.
Hang
Get a
on.
bit of volume up. Ladies and gentlemen, before you do
What
that,
time is it?
it is 8:13. Christ.
Viertel nach 8 und Sonntagabend.
Oh, it sounds quite aggressive.
It doesn't.
Go on. It's Kraftwerk. Playing us out. Come on.
Viertel nach 8 Oh, it's not working. Viertel nach 8 und
Do it for next-
Sonntagabend. Wir gehen irgendwo und ich habe nichts zu tun.
Oh, I love it. I
Um,
find it quite sexy.
What, German?
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Thank you to the person from Seattle.
Oh, thanks,
I hope she
Seattle.
watched to the end. She might not have done. She thought, this is nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy the show, please share it. Please share the stream. Spread the word. We're going to be here 31 weeks and still going. 32 weeks next week. We're probably going to be back on the Thursday, Gemma, next week.
Really?
Ooh, way too loud for my ears. We're going to be back on a Thursday next week. Because that's the day we're doing it. So I will see you then. If you enjoyed the show and you want to drop us a donation, then please do. If not, share the stream. Okay, right. Love you all. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Stay safe. Good night. Goodbye. Bye.